We'd like to welcome each and every individual to Voices of Integrity podcast for the Top Gun Sales Bootcamp training. And was yesterday the craziest, was yesterday the craziest Top Gun that we've ever had? I mean, was that as amazing for all of you as it was for me?
Obviously not, or
Right?
why
Right?
was it so amazing for you?
Well, because I see so much. Like Nora actually listened to it, which I didn't think she would. Not shocking, but it's just so cool to see how people interact. And so, and Kenny wasn't there. I'm guessing he didn't, he didn't watch it. Would that be fair to say, Kenny?
Yes.
And nobody gives a crap about Kenny because nobody followed up and said, "Hey, Kenny, my guess is you're probably not going to go ahead and do this. This would be pretty important for you to follow for listening to this." My guess is nobody cared a rip about you, Kenny, or knows anything about you, and they don't care and they don't know you, and so they probably didn't push you to do anything. Would that be fair to say?
Nobody asked me about it, no.
Yeah, because they don't know you. They don't understand you. They just don't, which is okay. And they don't care about you. They just don't. They care about themselves. That's what they do. Which is fine. It's okay as long as people are understanding the truth. so like so Nora's doing some great work on some graphic design stuff. And there's some rules that are, there. There's some rules here about personalities. Do you guys know about these rules? Evidently not.
Like,
Okay. Never argue with an analytic. Why not?
because they always have evidence to support why they're right.
In their own mind. In their own mind. I mean, it's the coolest thing in the world. I mean, everybody else can know that they're wrong, but in their own mind, you know what? They're locked. They got data, and that's what it is. So they're never argue with an analytic because they have enough data to make it look like they're right in their own mind. And that's all that matters to them is their own mind. That's it. They don't care about anybody else. It's their own mind. So that's good to remember. The driver personality never, ever get into, a battle, a fight with a driver. Why not?
Because they won't get in any battle that they won't win.
Yeah, they've mapped this bad boy out. They see this. They just don't. They like an analytic. They love to get into arguments because they always win in their own mind. They always win. So they love to get into arguments. They just love it. Even if they lose, they love it because it just is. But a driver's not going to battle. It just won't. If a driver engages with you, you're done. Never get into, a battle with an expressive. Why not?
They just want battle. They're
They
just having
love it.
fun.
The adrenaline, the rush of it. They love the excitement of it. And they don't care. They don't care. It's all about the adrenaline rush, the dopamine to the brain. And so, they don't care. They can lose and they don't care because it's not about that. It's just about the adrenaline rush. Good. Never go ahead and get into a battle with an amiable. Why not?
Probably something to do with if you'll tick them off and then they'll undermine you or something
That's
like that.
exactly right. They'll poison everybody. It's just, they'll poison everybody. Like in an organization, you have high turnover in an organization for one of two reasons generally. And that is one is because you don't have any amiables. So the amiables can hold people together. They're like the glue. They can see they can see the truth of what everybody's saying. They say yes to everybody, and they connect them and say, well, and they're magical to an organization unless they're bitter. And if they're bitter and they've hurt and they've had them healed, holy cow, are they vicious monsters. They're just absolutely, it's insane how vicious they can be. And so in consulting, and coaching, you can, often you have turnover in companies and you have a bitter amiable. So the only one that doesn't leave is the one that should leave. Questions on this?
No.
What are you referring to, or
Well, I'm referring to everything.
I'm curious why this came up.
Well, because which personality am I?
Driver analytic.
That's what you think, right?
Sure. Okay. Yes.
So, when you have an iceberg in the ocean, what do you see?
The tip, the top.
The tip. You don't see what's going on underneath, do you?
Right.
So Kenny learned a valuable lesson on the week vacation that we took to San Antonio. One is everything's Mark's fault. Why is everything Mark's fault? Because Mark knows how to shoulder everything. He can take responsibility for everything. I mean, he can take responsibility for three young Amish that he doesn't even know and their deaths. Because why? Somebody's got to take ownership for it. Because nobody else knows how. They just don't, and it's okay. It's okay. Mark will take all of the responsibility. He just will. That's who Mark is. Like Elaine went ahead and said to Rosanna, this is within, I don't know, a year and a half of us moving here. Elaine said to me, she said, I'm concerned about your husband, to Rosanna. And Rosanna's like, why is that? And she's like, it seems like he's taking too much, all kinds of ownership of those three kids' deaths. Rosanna just kind of chuckled and said, oh, that's just Mark. That's who he is. See, what people do is they can't take ownership of their own stuff. They just can't. It's like their brains, some things happen in their brain. They can't, what they don't realize is when you don't own it, you can't control it. You're giving up control to somebody else. You just are. And I mean, if you want to give up control to somebody else, you can't. You just can't. So the challenge with the amiable is the amiable has never met anybody that studied the amiable as much as I've studied the amiable. And I've actually switched my personality for a number of years to the amiable so I can slide into amiable. Fascinating, isn't it? I think it's fascinating. Like, you got somebody who's a driver analytic, but he can shift gears into an amiable, and he can move things like an amiable. The difference is that he probably knows what he's doing, and he's got everyone's benefit. He's considering everyone, like a dad does, or at least the dad is supposed to do, where he's watching over his wife and his kids. He's supposed to be doing that. That's like, he's always looking to go ahead and do that. He's putting other people above himself. That's what good dads do. They just do. And and then expressive, I've been expressive for multiple years. So I can go into expressive. I can go to a drunken, unbelievable party of the Amish, and I can be the most drunk person there. And I've never even tasted alcohol. I can do that. I mean, I can go ahead and be the center of attention. I could dance on a table. I could do anything. I can do what the expressive does in spades. I mean, one of my daughters is a double expressive. Like, I've studied this stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Like if you meet somebody like this with somebody who has a life vision to touch every single person in the world, one person at a time, make a huge difference in every aspect of their life, a fun and exciting way, and it's 8+ billion people. I mean, I don't know. Any thoughts on that? Right? So we go down into the blackout mode. So Dan Kozar, do you guys remember that story?
No.
So I was 26 years old, and he was one of our salespeople. He was a CPA, but that guy was snake bit. Like, I'm telling you, like something always happened to him. Like, and it was terrible. Like once he had a collapsed lung, and he was out for, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks, or something like that. And I mean, what can you do about that, right? I don't know, maybe not smoke. Like it just like I don't know. Like how do you make sure you show up for a meeting in the morning? Like I don't know, get to bed on time. I don't know, be consistent with the stuff. I don't know. And if you go ahead and and the amiable personality is one of the most disrespectful of all personalities that there is. Anybody know why or how? They're like ostrich. They put their head in their stand in the sand, and they just ignore. They don't respect anybody. They just don't. I mean, they're nice to everybody. They tell people what they want to hear, and people for some period of time go ahead and buy into their crap. But after a while, you see, man, this is who they really are. So there's something at a heart level that maybe needs to change. So Dan, he's up and down. Like he's up and down. He's a roller coaster. Anybody, does that remind you guys of anybody?
Probably all of us.
Right? And what's marked of the 500 natural laws, one of the first natural law that I discovered was the roller coaster principle. Did you guys go ahead and do you guys remember what the roller coaster principle is?
Yes.
And have you internalized it?
I think so to a degree.
Do you think it's a high enough degree to go ahead and hit your wow sales goal?
Probably not.
Does that matter to you?
I think so. Yes.
Really? Okay, interesting. Kenny, do you think it matters to you?
A little bit.
Okay, that's fair. You're probably right, a little bit. Do you guys think that your goal, your wow sales goals, do you think that matters to you, or do you think the dopamine in your brain matters to you more? Are you more driven to achieve your wow sales goal, or are you more driven to get the dopamine hit?
Probably the dopamine hit.
Right? Oh my gracious, you guys chase dopamine like crazy. It's insane. I mean, it is insane. Like it's like, holy cow, they're chasing dopamine. And so like if you guys had internalized this, like, do you think you'd be this roller coaster if you guys truly internalize things?
Maybe not.
Right? Because, I mean, when you look at the internalization model, it's due. Like you do. And it doesn't matter. You guys don't bring up you guys never bring up missing it doesn't bother you guys a whit to not hit your wow goal. You guys don't make any sacrifices. You guys don't do the work. It's fine. I don't care. Like, it's you guys' company, but it's like, it doesn't mean anything, which is fine. Again, it's okay. You guys just need to understand in the quantum motivation. This is Tom Kuntzis, these things here. You guys, in your own mind, you guys probably are level. Which level do you guys think you are?
Probably 3.5.
Yeah. And which level do I think you guys are?
Level 1.
I'd say 1.1. I mean,
Nice.
you guys are not, it's not no work, no sacrifice, no risk. It's not that, but I don't know. And so Dan, he's up and down. He's up and down. Oh my goodness, he's up and down. And so finally, I'm just like, Dan, I'm telling you, you might as well quit. You're just a loser. You just like this is crazy. You got a family, you got kids. I mean, you're up and down. This is not brain surgery, rocket science. 3 months later, we have his quarterly review. He comes into my office and he's like, I'm like, Dan, you crushed it this last quarter. You are a wild man. You are amazing, dude. I said, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. He's like, you're the reason I'm successful. You guys probably haven't read Man in the Mirror. I'd read it. I think I've got a bunch of copies over here. So, it has some amazing things about men, about being a man, a true man, not a fake one, a real man. A lot of fake men out there these days. And so he's like, you're the reason for my success. Naturally, I'm not. Naturally, I'm like, I'm not the reason. He's the one that did all the work. And so I'm like, no, Dan, it's you, buddy. Isn't that interesting? 27 years old, and Mark actually is humble. Like, I don't think it's me. It's him. Like, it's him. He's the one that did it. He's like, no, it's you. We argue back and forth. Finally, I'm curious. I'm like, why are you saying it's me? And he's like, remember when you told me I was a loser and I was pathetic? Oh yeah, I do remember that. Every time I felt like not being. He's like, man, was I ticked at you. Man, was I mad. Holy cow, was I ticked. Every time I felt like not working a weekend, not doing extra time, not doing this. Every time I think I came up with an excuse, a reason, I just was so angry with you. I'm like, well, they didn't teach me that in my degree, my management degree. Get people ticked off. One of the things I love most about the Amish and the factory is the trash talk. I mean, trash talk it's an art. It's a science. It's unbelievable. Like, it's really, really cool. And, I don't know, pretty proficient at it. Pretty proficient. But the thing is you got to understand the art of it. See, I've got the driver. I understand. We're not talking, you listen to one podcast and you do one. I mean, for some people who are really weak, really, like, they're not workhorses, they're just princesses. You watch one and you do one, that's nothing. I mean, that's child's play. I mean, it's better than some who won't do any, but it's still like, really, this is like one time. You get all excited about one time doing something once? Are you kidding? No, it's okay. It's nothing's wrong with it. It's just, it kind of reveals the maturity, the discipline. It reveals the stamina. It reveals like a whole bunch of stuff, which again is fine. It's okay. So should this go ahead and be put in the leadership one. Like, it's fascinating. So I have a bachelor's degree in management. Like, it's a 4-year degree in management. So, ooh, Mark's really smart. Not really, but I violate probably everything that's taught in management today, because managers today, they're building weak people, weak, sloppy, undisciplined, pathetic people. And this is Top Gun. So, how are you guys, Kenny and Luke? How are you guys doing in keeping up with this? You guys have 10,080 minutes. I mean, the amount of time I've invested into you guys is it's massive. It's massive. It's so much more than I've invested more into my children, but yeah, you guys, I've invested. It's insane how much I've invested. What I'm asking for is, can you guys go ahead and do 10 to 15 minutes a week? You have 10,080 minutes in a week. Can you guys be disciplined and consistent and considered enough to do it? 1 to 10, Luke, how are you doing on this?
I'd say 7 or 8.
And what should you be doing?
10.
Right? It's 10 minutes a week, for crying out loud. Like, are you kidding? Holy cow. Kenny, 1 to 10, how are you doing on this?
A 5.
Like, you're going to treat your wife and kids like this, Kenny?
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? I'm telling you, don't push yourself. Oh, for sure. Oh, don't. Yeah. 10, 15 minutes a week. That's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. Like, so, should this be in the leadership? And what you guys do is, here's being a great team member. I mean, it's not that hard. It's not, my expectations are so low. It's insane. It's absolutely insane how low my expectations are. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. And these people think that they're strong. So when here's this one here. This is rapidly catching up. When you screw up, you make a mistake, you're inconsiderate, you're sloppy, lazy, undisciplined, pathetic, and stupid. You're a slups. When you're doing this, just go in and self-discipline yourself into going in here, because this is my therapy. It's not going to somebody who tells me what I want to hear. Like, yeah, good idea. Go to somebody. You're just working too hard. You just expect too much. Yeah, go out and have a drink. Like, holy cow. That seems messed up royally. All right. Here on the vision, Luke, if you could go ahead and make sure today that Kevin gets all of your team members into here. Can you do that, Luke? Can you help Kevin do that?
Sure.
Yeah. So everything that you do for the 10,080 weeks or 10,080 minutes in a week is a higher priority. See, this is what people do. The people who give the most go ahead and you take advantage of those people. See, people think I'm their mom, I'm their grandma, I'm their sister. It's weird. People mistake my kindness for weakness. It's like, are you kidding? This guy doesn't even have to work for a living. Like, he doesn't have to work. He doesn't have to invest into us. Just goofballs. So Kevin's here. And so Kenny and Luke. So Kevin, you have role 1. And Luke, you have role 2. What I'm hoping is the 4 years I've invested into Kenny and the 2 years that I've invested into Luke, I'm hoping that you guys will be a good example to Kevin, and that you guys will take this, and then you guys will fill out the rest of these things. And so Kevin, I don't know, I would time block time to do, because what you're embarking on is a journey that I embarked on when I was 18, 19, 20 years old, to build the disciplines that I needed for when I'm 62 and I don't have to work, but I continue to work even though I don't have to. And so I would go ahead and touch base with me once a week, Kevin. And if you don't know what to do, do something. And what you do is you get your whole team on here, and you hope that these two, roll one and roll two, Kevin, are the strongest. You hope you don't have to babysit them, nurture them, teach them how to respect people, how to work and how to care and how to do a whole bunch of things. That's what you hope for that. If they're not the strongest, then what you do, Kevin, is you bring people and you replace these two. You push them to the right. You want your strongest two people here. Then what you do is then you go ahead and have three, Kevin. And then the three go after the next four. And once you get seven people, Kevin, you have what's called an art pod. And I'm telling you, 7 people who are committed to something of a mutual vision that's bigger than life itself. It's crazy what can happen. Annie, what you got?
I was just wondering how much and when you're dealing with tough clients, tricky clients, how much consideration to, or how much, maybe it's not consideration, but how much to give in to everything that they want.
Oh, are they driver personalities?
Driver analytic is my guess.
Yeah, so just like me. So, you want to be careful about it, because they respect you when you stand up to them. But you better have your stuff in order. I was going to say the other word, but I won't. But you better have your stuff in order. And so, how old are they?
Old.
How old?
70s or 80s.
Yeah. So then so my guess is, yeah, I would go ahead and, talk to them and say, hey, so they respect people. They'll take advantage of people. They'll compete against you, but I don't know. It depends on the person. A lot of times, if you don't stand up to a driver, they don't respect you. But boy, you better have your stuff together. Because if you stand up to them and you don't have your stuff together, man, will they. I mean, and then how important are they to you? Do you bring me into the situation to add some girth to it, some age to it, some wisdom to it, some other stuff to it? And so if you get their geo and the pain quadrant test, get their biggest challenge, what they love help on. If you did a 30-minute on them, even a 3-minute on them, that would help with the data to have a better understanding of them. And so that's the nice thing about owning a company, because if they're a pain, and at some point you get to where you're like, you know what, I'm not putting up with it. And often then you confront them and they will go ahead and they'll acquiesce, they'll give in, they'll respect you, because you're not going to allow them to take advantage of you. But again, that's secondary. If they're amiable or they're expressive, if they're not straight, if they're not like a 33 like I am, like if they're a 24 or if they're something else, those nuances can be very significant. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Anything else you got?
I do not.
Kevin, Luke, anything else you guys have?
Nope, I'm good.
For this leadership one, I'm like, I think I'll probably put this in get this put in the leadership one. You guys have been through it, so now you just have to do a reflection. And so does anybody see what I'm doing with Kevin? something I didn't do with either of you.
No.
I'm creating a fear of God. Mark, are you saying you're God? No, I'm not saying I'm God, you goofballs. I'm just saying that, like last time I went ahead and beat the crap out of Kenny, I asked, Kevin, what's he thinking? He's like, I'm glad I'm not, I'm glad I'm not Kenny. And so with you guys, I didn't have, the whip. Well, I didn't have the sacrificial lamb. Now I've got the sacrificial lamb. So in leadership, you've got to have a fear. There's got to be a fear, because if people don't have a fear, it's a proper fear. It's a proper fear. Like, you're not going to take advantage of people. You're not going to be stupid. You're not going to be sloppy, lazy, undisciplined, and pathetic. You're not going to be that. Not on my team. You know what? We'll replace you. I don't care who you are. Everybody's replaceable. Everybody's going to be replaced at some point. Always remember, we can accomplish so much more together than we ever could on our own. This has been an amazing one. You guys have a great day. We'll see you. Bye-bye.